Here's how to end the pain and frustration of a disappointing wrestling season. It's going to be a disappointing wrestling career for you unless you start fixing some things. Some kids, they've been 5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row, they're disappointed with their season. I'm like, dude, when are you going to do something here? I mean, it's at some point in time, right? You have to decide if you're going to do this or not. But we just had right at 30 athletes in the state finals in high school. These are athletes who train with us year round, and not kids that come to our camps. These are not athletes who came to one practice when they were 8. We don't play those games. These are athletes who train with us year round and are in the rooms all the time. So no fuzzy math here. I know a lot of the club/academy guys, I mean, they're making money, right? So they're gonna they just lie. This 6-year-old came to my camp for 3 days and now he's 18, and you get the point. It's just completely annoying. I do not play those games. So how did we have that many state finalists from our academy in the state finals? You have to focus on the common positions mostly. And I say mostly because, sure, there's some troubleshooting, right? There's some live wrestling. Hey, you're in this position a lot. Most kids aren't, but you're here all the time. Let's tinker around here, and then hey, you're on your own. Hit 30 reps a day for the next 3 or 4 days. Stomp that fire out. Move on. So common positions. What is that? So the gurus say there's 5,000-6,000 wrestling moves or techniques in wrestling. I will say this: when you have a system, let's say you're a football player and you have a fancy weightlifting program developed by the University of Alabama, and you go to their camp and you buy this program for $200, and then you go to Gold's Gym, 90,000 square foot facility, and you take this plan. So by default, so this plan is telling you what to do. By default, it's also telling you what not to do. So if you have this plan, Alabama football, get really, really strong football plan, and you go to Gold's Gym and you're like, man, I really would like to pull on that pulley machine. The Alabama football plan says, no, we don't pull on pulley machines. Oh, there's a white bouncy ball with pink dumbbells. Maybe I can sit on the bouncy ball and curl the pink dumbbells. Nope, that's stupid. That's for the old ladies, right? I might even be doing that one day. I don't deadlift. 52 years old, I got a bad back. I'm not deadlifting. You should be deadlifting. So that plan tells you what to do, but by default, it's saying, don't touch this, don't touch that, don't touch this, don't touch that. And you need to stick with that plan. And then you're arguing with me right now, probably saying, reverse ankle raises, wouldn't it be good to do? I mean, it can't hurt, right? Yes, it can hurt you. You only have so much emotional intensity, physical intensity. If you're doing ankle raises and reverse ankle raises in reverse wrist curls in the weight room, that's going to take away from your ability to throw a 60-pound kettlebell over your freaking head. That's going to take away your ability to have the endurance and the physical toughness. Now, if you're a bodybuilder, you might do that stuff. But you do not want to touch all of the equipment in the weight room. If you want to be a wrestler or a big-time football player, you have a plan. You got to stick to it, right? Well, if you're recovering from an ankle injury, you might want to do reverse ankle curls. I don't know. That's what we're talking about, troubleshooting. But 99.9% of the time, you need to focus on the common positions in wrestling, the common lifts in the weight room. And now we have what's called a system, and we have a plan. It's like building a deck, all right? And some people don't want to pay for the football weightlifting plan. That's dadgum expensive. Yeah, well, so was the freaking happy hour you had last night when you dropped $200. So was the Kentucky Nationals when your kid went there and blew through 3 easy opponents and he wrestled 8 minutes and you spent $700. That's expensive too. Bro, go to freaking camp. You don't even have to go to my camp. Go to and find a camp that's actually where you're actually learning something and not just getting random mat time. Random moves followed by recreational drill time. That's what most of you guys are doing. That's what most of the camp guys are doing. It's like stick your hand in that puzzle, throw those puzzle pieces on the table. Okay, you're really working hard. You're a wrestler. You're going to be a famous wrestler one day. Grab a handful of puzzle pieces out of that box. You have like 18 different boxes, and you're pulling puzzle pieces, and you're supposed to put the puzzle together, and you're like, this doesn't work. Well, you're doing that with wrestling. We have 18-year-olds drilling half Nelsons, and we have 7-year-olds drilling 3 ways to counter a Russian 2-on-1. It's completely stupid how we teach wrestling in our country, right? How do you have 30 kids in one season make the high school state finals? Because they're so well skilled from the common positions. And a lot of our kids lost to each other in the semis and in the finals, let's be honest. I'm not bragging, I'm telling you the truth. And you have got to decide if you want to do this, and if you want to do it, you have to get some kind of a plan. Get a weightlifting plan. I gotta stop choking in big matches plan. Get a weight loss plan. You're not going to be able to go on a high school wrestling mat at 22% body fat or 16% body fat and expect to compete. You have got to get lean and mean and strong as freaking hell, and you've got to be a savage drill machine, and you've got to just be a master from the common positions. Think about a front headlock. You're going to get, 4 front headlocks a match, 50 matches, 200 front headlocks this year. In our 28-day camp and our 14-day camps, we have, and our 7-day girls camps, we have 7 ways to score. 2 of those are counters to counters. We don't do the counters to counters in the 5-day camps. We don't do that in our PWA basic skills, our academy weekly program basic skills room. In our elite and our world-class wrestler program and our pinnacle programs, which are highly advanced technically, we do 7 ways to score from a front headlock, 5 offensive and 2 are counters to counters. And if I don't score from a front headlock, it just wasn't going to happen against that wrestler. You're not going to hit every fastball. Every time I get a front headlock, I'm not going to score. And you say, I want the move that works every time. Then you're a moron, because there isn't one. Because if there was, we would all learn that move and we would all tie for first in the Olympics. 1 million of us in every weight class would tie for first, because we'd all learn the secret move. There is no secret move. I get a lot of front headlocks a match. You collar tie me. I get a underhook. You shoot and I catch you, and you get, you're hooking the hamstring, and I'm in a defensive position from there. All right? Step square, arch till it hurts, circle left, push and slide, arch till it hurts again. And from that position, that's the steps to get to your defensive power position with hip pressure and applying it correctly. Everything we do is step by step by step. And you learn these steps and these routines and these techniques. And pretty soon, you're just a freaking monster, and you're one of 30 making the state finals in 1 year. Am I saying it's easy? No, it's not easy. But it's not that hard either. And I think that people need to understand that wrestling is a technical sport, like gymnastics, like figure skating, Olympic diving, jiu-jitsu. These are sports that you better be doing year-round. And you go, I don't want to go year-round. I don't want to burn them out. Then fine, don't. I don't care if you wrestle year-round. I don't care. You have to do what you have to do. The other kids are wrestling year-round. They're not getting burned out. These gymnasts aren't getting burned out. If they get burned out, take 7 days off, drink some water, get back in there. I don't freaking know. Do I want my kid to be a 16-time varsity Letterman winner? Good, do that. And if your son can make the, or daughter can have a successful wrestling, doing part-time, go ahead. You say, I know that one kid. Yeah, there's that one kid. I'm sure there's that one kid. There's some gifted kids out there who, the guy that won valedictorian at my high school smoked pot every day and slept in class. There's always that one kid, okay? You're probably not that one kid. You're watching this video because you're disappointed again 7-8 years in a row, and you think, oh, maybe this time I'm going to do something about it. dude, let's go. Do something about it. Get some kind of a system or plan in place and freaking kick ass 4 days a week, year round. Pick up heavy weights. Get your body fat down. Fix your mind. And I guarantee you, from a confidence standpoint, I'm not confident on a balance beam. You wouldn't be either. I'm not confident on a 30-meter diving platform. But you might know some high school or college diver who can do like 13 side flips off of a freaking platform. That kid isn't nervous up there, but I would be. So your nervousness in wrestling and your lack of confidence in wrestling, you deserve to be nervous. You should be. You should not have a lot of confidence on the platform or on the balance beam. You maybe even should not be a confident wrestler. I hate to tell you this. You don't deserve confidence. You're not strong, you're not in shape, and you don't know how to wrestle from the common positions. You're probably just a good scrapper who's wrestled 8 years, who's a good athlete, and you cut 10 pounds, and you're a good scrapper. Join the club. Join the club. There's a lot of good scrappers out there who work hard, but you want to become skilled and dangerous, very technical, and once you do that, the calmness sets in. You're like, dude, I know I can be any kid in America. There's no guarantee, right? My nephew, freshman, just made the state finals as a freshman. Lost in the finals. He could have beat. Kid's tough. Good for him. The other kid's a great kid. I know his family. Well deserved. You're the state champion. My nephew's awesome. He's got to go back to the drawing board. Oh well. Sometimes there's more than one kid. Just at least be one of those kids. Be one of those few kids in America. Be top 20 in the nation. You know, it should be a race to become top 20 in the nation. Once you're top 20 in the nation, you know, now you're like, wrestling's easier, or at least be in a race to become top 3 in your state. You should be able to major in tech. Almost everybody that you wrestle in your high school, and there's those 3 kids who are like, dude, this is going to be tough. Now you're good. Now we got to worry about how to separate ourselves from those 3 kids. Worry about that later. You're not one of those 3 kids yet, probably, or you would turn this video off a long time ago. Unless you just opted out because you don't want to hear the truth. That's cool too. You're not listening to this either. But if you're still listening, I'm telling you the truth. So get a system in place, because like I said, it tells you where to spend your time. If you watch the college wrestling matches, they all look the same. That's by design. That's not an accident. So for example, in wrestling, we don't wrestle chest to chest, over and under. It's stupid. I don't wrestle in overhooks. It's stupid. I don't sit to my hip when you attack my legs. I don't belly flop over the top and grab your ankles. You go, dude, I know that one college guy that does. Yeah, Jordan Burroughs can shoot from 12 foot away too. Go ahead and drill his dub leg if you want. I don't care if you want to keep wasting your time. Do it. You're probably not going to belly flop over the top and grab ankles and score. Why don't you just wrestle in a more traditional manner? And if there's those freak wrestlers out there, you might be one. You can do some exotic special things on the mat. Cool. You still need the foundation in place, right? The foundation in place. Positioning keeps you fast, makes you faster and stronger, limits what your opponent can do to you. So positioning is key. We have 5 key power positions, and in wrestling. Then we have hand fighting and moving your feet. There's a system for that. Push, pull, hit, pick, post, pass, and fake. 7 ways to score on your opponent. All right. Some of those setups work for some leg attacks, some don't. This is on our online wrestling academy if you had interest in that. Then technique, common positions, you know that. Then, well, moving your feet's part of the hand fighting series as well. You got to have that. And then the mental game, you got to have a strong mental game. When you have a strong mental game, wrestling gets very easy. You should spend 2 to 3 hours a week studying why you get nervous and scared in matches. But your mental game is going to get very, very strong when you're skilled and dangerous from the common positions. Just like my niece is not nervous on the balance beam because she's a level 10 all-around gymnast in the state of Missouri. Because she's skilled, because she's put in, she wasn't afraid of burnout. She just said, I'm going to be a gymnast, here I go. And now she is. Her mom was competed on TV a couple times. So quit being afraid of getting burned out either. And I'm gonna bring my damn wallet. There it is. And you're gonna find wrestling gets easier. Put it into all of this frustration.